it's all about
So
love.
long as it's all about love, you okay? Okay.
Yeah, and nothing crazy. No sacrificing.
No,
devil worship.
you're not. No. Love is love.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I would think that church has a real importance in people's lives just because there's so much instability in the world. That like, when you have a community of people who are focused on
Okay.
it's like just having a family outside your family that you can go to on a life spectrum. Not necessarily saying you have to be a Baptist or a Catholic. You can find a church that suits you.
Wow. Okay.
I would like
that.
the dragon roll.
Tell me about that. We spoke on that. Yeah.
I was forced to go to many different churches, from Catholic to Baptist.
Wow.
Some weird, outer sect churches, and I found something good and bad in all of them.
Okay.
Like the last church I went to turned me off of churches altogether because the pastor was not he was not a good person.
Okay. It's called church hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been down that road. It's called church hurt. So did that deter you away from like kind of going deep into it, or that kind of stopped you a little bit?
Just from going and giving churches my time.
Okay, separate. Mine is separate. Yeah.
We're together.
Yeah.
And so there are a lot of churches around where I live at in Berlin, which happens to be the coolest small town in America.
Oh, it is Berlin?
Yes.
Oh my
Berlin
goodness!
is the
Oh
coolest
wow!
town.
We gotta go through Berlin
And
hang out and do some
there's so
things.
many churches, and I know so many people that wanted to go to church that were, in church as children, but once they became adults, fell out, and it's hard to really get back and just start going and just show up someplace, not necessarily specifically invited, even though it's open to everyone. I don't know. It's just one of the ideas I have.
Wow, that's beautiful. So tell me a little bit about why did you want to come up with this concept of doing
existence of what I do. Massage is a big part of it, but it's not the main part of it. And the main reason why I decided to just come up here and meet with you and get this on the road is because there's so much negativity going on right now
in the world.
People are struggling and they feel so alone. And
they are.
No one's alone. We're all struggling. Everybody's at their wits' end.
Right.
People are dying left and right, and just people need to see that someone's out there trying, and I'm trying.
So you going to save the state of America?
I don't know about all that. There's more than I can handle. I like take a whole team for that.
All right.
We can build the team to save America.
Right. Would you go put that energy out there?
Yeah, I mean, I believe that the people that we can do that, but not alone. It's not something you can do alone. One person, I think, has the power to save this mess.
Wow.
I think it's a group effort. Like going to restaurants and meeting local business owners.
That is awesome.
People,
that is awesome. Coffee shops, stuff like that. Parks.
Just getting out there, and like one of the last articles I read about was about colorism.
Okay.
And how people of my complexion don't very often succeed in filming and any kind of real mainstream talents because colorism is still alive and well in the world.
Are you going to break that?
Well, social media, I think, has already broken that because you don't depend on some man in the office in the business suit to write you a check to get your voice out there. I'm doing it right now.
Wow.
I'm breaking it right now.
You're breaking
I speak to you.
Yes, you are.
I'm getting my point out there, and whether or not it gets uploaded and liked by a bunch of people out there.
Yeah.
Like one of those places that never sleeps. There's always people there doing stuff.
Wow.
And the blackjack table is where you will find me.
Oh my goodness.
When I first went there, I played the slots. I don't like those odds. Like the chances of winning, don't really depend on what you do.
Yeah.
It's the machine choosing who it's going to pay out to. But with blackjack, you're just playing the dealer, and I like those odds a lot better. I usually just take my tips from work. I don't take any hard money that I'm paying bills with. It's just money that the universe graces me with through my clients, and I go in there and I try to triple and quadruple it, and it works, and then I pay off bills.
I like that.
There's really not much saving going on when it comes to the casino money, but we're getting there. I'm definitely trying to make it more of an appearance, but I only go when I feel lucky. You can't go when you're feeling down or depressed or when you're broke because you're going in there with the wrong energy. You have to go when you're feeling on top because then it'll carry you.
You talk about energy a lot. I'm listening to you. Is it like some kind of universal law to your madness, to your science, or?
I think energy is something that a lot of people call by different names, but for me personally, it's the vibes you get off of things, it's the feelings that you get of inspiration or, fear. Something tells you, the energy to say, no, that's not a good look. don't go there. The energy can say, yeah, you about to win big today, you know, take that risk. For me, it's just a feeling, and it could be grace or, you know, the Lord or whatever you want to call it. I just call it energy for the sake of simplicity.
Wow. So you're telling me the key to gambling and winning is good vibes. It's not luck. It's a feeling. You know it. You can't explain it, but you vibing. It's like when the sun comes down and that breeze there, and you ride in that car and you letting it blow. You in that moment and you just win.
I wouldn't go as far to say that is the secret. That is my technique. It's not for everyone. There's people who take gambling very seriously and follow algorithms that, you know, ensure that they're going to win. There's all kinds of experts out there that work at casinos. I've only been a handful of times, so I would never ever go as far to say as I know the technique. But for me, it's all about the vibe. Like the exact opposite of what they got going for themselves, because I know from what I cannot help but overhear on the radio and the news and the TV that they at times use their influence and power to affect positive change. I personally feel they don't do enough. And I also feel that given their reputation, they can't step into those lanes to do enough. And I'm not quoting any kind of misdeeds or past deeds or anything they're doing. I'm just saying the way that a lot of people perceive them is not in a positive light. And it's more of an envious or negative light or a judgmental light. And I'm not here to be judged or like be put on a pedestal. I'm just here to share my experiences and my opinions based on my life. And as far as becoming I would call them American royalty or notorious royalty. But I wouldn't want to be anything other than a citizen, an everyday person. If I happen to reach their levels of wealth, I would definitely aim to do more positive things with it for the masses and not just, you know, sell lip gloss and Instagram all day. No offense. I mean, that's a life too. But I feel like there's people that need to be fed and clothed and housed, and, you know, there's land to be bought and repurposed. We could save America in one generation just by buying back all of our old factories and producing things here on our soil. And I feel like people in the position with the money to do that don't tend to do that. For some reason, they take their money and go other places. And I'm not saying that's unpatriotic, but it's unpatriotic. Because at the end of the day, unless you plan on expatriating, our energy should be focused on rebuilding what we have here and not watching everything fall apart. The state of this country is in shambles, and there's people riding around in $1 billion cars that could have, you know, repurposed a whole neighborhood, built playgrounds, built community centers, built little farms for people to make their own food with. Like, why are we making a rich person richer just so they can reach a landmark? I need to put myself out there and just be open and real with people, because it's so much fake, and putting on smiles and like, I'm always happy and like, I don't do anything wrong and everything's good in my life and I'm perfect and my lipstick don't get on my teeth. My lipstick gets on my teeth a lot. I have Brian check it for me and I give him a look and he knows, you know, if I'm good or not. And the longer I sat, and because I've been on social media for a good 3-4 years now, I'm like, I occasionally make my little creep pages to look up on, you know, but I delete them and go back to real life. And I feel like that's given me a sort of perspective and clarity to re-engage myself and not have, I guess, resentment is what I was building on social media before, because it was just so scary and wild and new that people were just abusing it and abusing each other, and they're still doing it, but I feel more equipped and better mentally able to deal with it. And I'm not saying it's going to be easy or groundbreaking, but I think I'm going to break some ground with my perspective, because I spent a lot of time in my mind and in other people's minds, and I talked to a lot of really interesting people, and I've seen some things and I've been some places, and I'd like to share.
film production, a D-Lens film production, a D-Lens film production, and we out.